Hey guys. How's everybody doing? Hey Barry. Hey Daniel Weiss. Let's see when Christian pops in. This is like the daily drama of trying to bring him on. Hey Murph. Christopher Sadie's watching. Lots of people are watching. Bro, you're an inspiration. Daniel, you're an inspiration. How you doing, brother? How's Israel treating you? Let's get this cable under here. Let's see when Christian starts watching. There he is. Hi, hi. Uh-oh. Christian, are you holding your phone horizontally? Because it's not letting me bring you on. Are you on a phone? iPad? No. Why is it not letting me? Christian, if you're seeing this, hold the phone this way and make sure it's not locked on the lock screen. So this button right there locks it. You want to make sure it's unlocked. Worst case scenario, guys, I'm going to record a Skype talk with him and then post it later. But we're going to try to bring him on the live thing. Can you comment again, Christian? It's not giving me an option to bring you on. Oh, and here he is. Wonderful ad. Really getting a hang of this thing. Oh, it worked.
I'm sorry, it wasn't a lock screen. You're right.
You're beautiful. You're more beautiful in Facebook Live than even in your videos. How you doing, man? Oh, all of a sudden I can't hear you. I could hear you a second ago.
You hear me now?
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Then it doesn't work with the headphones in, or the without.
It's all good. Man, so I gotta tell you, I've been studying this style as a hobby for quite some time now, and you're the person that let me know about the half rest stroke,
Thanks.
and like for most of the people watching, this is like daily vocabulary that I use, and it's really mechanically opened my world.
But this is funny because I saw your video, because I think it's the most watched video about this technique on Facebook.
Yeah.
And in this video, I was watching it because you explained it really well. And then you say, they call this the half rest stroke.
It's
And then I started
absolutely
laughing
you.
because I came up with that term on the fly in that video.
Well, I mean, it was, I was just busting my head trying to figure out I knew something was going on, right? It was like that's the missing component. Like no matter how much these guys were breaking it down or I'd slow down the video, I just couldn't understand this hopping motion. And
Right.
it was, I don't know, you get to have a real close look because you're hanging out with all the heaviest hitters in the style daily.
Well, of course, the way it happened is because I started this online site called the Rosenberg Academy, which is a site that I started with Stochelo Rosenberg. And I've watched hundreds of hours of a close-up video of his right hand, right? So, and I also noticed that when I asked him to play something slowly, he would do it completely differently. So I stopped asking him to demonstrate stuff slowly, just everything at the right tempo, and then slow that down. to see the actual movement. Because the thing is, if they slow it down and they explain it,
they just change what they're doing.
All the strokes are rest strokes.
Yeah.
Right? And it's very difficult to play fast with all the strokes being rest strokes. So when I was watching the slow videos, it was kind of a revelation to me, just like, oh, wait a minute. Only the last downstroke in the series of downstroke is actually a rest stroke. All the others, it's the same motion, but it's not touching the next string.
Right. It's just like light and above. And I think the one thing though about him, like I really didn't see anybody else that, like, you know, that's able to do that picking pattern that goes like that. Those kind of like the way the speed that he gets with actual downstrokes, just being able to shred it like that, like getting to those tempos where the two consecutive downstrokes really connect. I mean,
the funny thing is, actually, he cannot do that anymore at the same level he was able to do that when he was like 21. Really? And when I asked him to demonstrate that for the Rosenberg Academy, he said, "Oh man, it's so difficult." I mean, he finds it difficult. But in those days, he played that lick in every song, in every minor song, right?
Right.
So it just became this kind of finely tuned machine, especially for that phrase.
It's incredible because it's so athletic, right? There's a real athletic component to the way these people play. Like,
right. So a person that can still do it like that is Moses, for example, Moses Rosenberg, because he made a whole thing out of the picking pattern, doing it with diminished stuff, doing it with other stuff. So he plays that pattern a lot. So it's programmed in his hand. Stochelo not too much anymore. He can still do it, but not at the same speed or position he used to do it for that particular picking pattern, which is the most difficult picking pattern there is, I think.
Yeah, that's, I mean, yeah, it's just those two patterns of three, like, you know, for those of you guys watching, it's just like the downstroke, half rest stroke, half rest stroke.
You mean that one, right?
Yeah, that one, yeah.
I can give you another tip. Another tip that I learned from Moses is to leave the fingers down that play the arpeggio. That really helps.
Like that.
Keep them down.
Keep them down. That can.
Yeah, but also the way up. Also the way up.
That does help.
That does help. Yeah, that's weird, right?
Yeah.
I know in a strange way. He always does it like that. I was like, oh, maybe we should try that, and it makes it easier. The notes ring or something, and you feel like you have more time in between the notes.
That's very strange. Immediately.
Yeah,
wow. So okay, I want to ask you like one more thing, kind of unrelated, and then we'll dive a little bit deeper. But I know Gizmo Graph, which I'm gonna have here tomorrow because you made a video with him, and I was like, "Who's this guy?" And I was like, "Holy shit, this guy fucking shreds!" Right?
Yeah.
What's the deal, dude? Like, that guy has some serious magic, huh? How do you know?
I was playing a concert with him 2 days ago, and he's just a killing player. Not only technically, because his technique is almost perfect, but almost also creatively and just musically. I mean, there's many great players, but Gizmo is something special, really special.
Yeah, dude, it's just, you hear him and you feel something. That's like, it's the next level. Okay, well, how did you get into this? Like this kind of music? What's your story?
So let's make it short. So I started classical violin, and then I discovered jazz at a young age, but more as a listener, just because my father used to play lots of jazz in the car, you know, like Charlie Parker, Coltrane, but also Django. And of course, I liked that music because I played violin, but neither my father or me realized that it was all improvised, right?
Oh, really?
So when I want to play that Corpetti stuff, he called every music store to get the sheet music, and nobody had it until one person told him, "But sir, that's all improvised," and that was the end. Right? I mean, I tried it a bit, but I had no idea what that meant. You know, there was chord progressions. I had no idea, and I couldn't make it sound like Corpetti. So I did take some jazz lessons. But then this guy came like, oh, you had chord symbols, and I didn't even know what the difference between major and minor. So it was very, very difficult for me to grasp all of that. So
this is what
then I
age?
discovered.
This is like at a young
Then I was
age?
very young. I was like 14,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I never really got good at it. Like at improvisation, I never managed to do that on a real song. But I still longed for the freedom that I felt while trying that. So when I discovered tango, I felt, hey, this is a music style that I can use my classical chops, but there's freedom in timing and embellishment. So I played tango for a long time, first as a violin player, then as a bandoneon player. And there's still tons of videos on YouTube with me playing bandoneon, like playing all the tango things. Until I met Stochelo Rosenberg, and I met him as an arranger. Because I also, because of the jazz studies I did, I got a great insight into harmony, just not as a real-time solo player, but more in like a
you could write,
arranger kind of, yeah. So I made arrangements for several orchestras, and one of the orchestras did a project with Stochelo. So I made some arrangements for Stochelo with the orchestra, and backstage while practicing with Stochelo, I played some of the violin parts, like the theme or something. And then he said, "Hey, I mean, you should also play a solo in the concert." I said, "But yeah, but I know how it works, but I can't do it." And they said, "Well, you should practice it because you already have that sound, that Grappelli sound." I said, "But how? How do I practice that?"
Wait a second. You didn't start improvising till after you met Stochelo? This is what you're saying?
Yes. Well,
wow.
I mean, I knew theoretically how it worked. I knew theoretically how it worked, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
knew people had the chord progression, and then you have to play lines. But I never really managed to play lines that sounded good.
This is how long ago?
This is like, let me see, like 15 years ago or something.
Okay. But you're already like an adult working in music.
Yes, I was playing tango.
Yeah.
I was playing tango. Right?
But even like Piazzolla's music has improvisation, it's like...
Yes,
like,
but not the same way, right? It's mostly based on connecting notes of a theme through chromatic lines.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, or appoggiaturas. It's not really based on trying to play arpeggios or scales. But Stochelo gave me the key. Stochelo told me, you know what you should do? You should just transcribe Grappelli solos. And yes, yeah, and then you learn those solos, and then you learn the lines in the solos, and you start applying those lines in other songs. And that's basically what started it all. And I became really obsessed with it. So after 2 years of doing that, I got a call from Stochelo to do a gig with him. I did the gig. I played horrible. But I was very enthusiastic, and we did a tour together. And I played the whole tour. I played horrible, especially with the tempos that they did. I felt so bad because I still remember playing, trying to play one of those 300 per beats per minute songs, and then in the break, Noesje, the rhythm player, asked me, like, "Are we playing too fast for you?" And they were, But I did it for 7 years. I did 7 tours with them, and that's how I learned it. And while we were touring, we started the Rosenberg Academy, and I didn't play guitar at that time. This was like 7 years ago, right? So then I started playing guitar. I started playing guitar 7 years ago, 6.5 years ago. From
That's
zero
amazing.
level. Right?
That's amazing. Yeah. Wait a second. Well, how did you keep getting the phone call back if you kept playing horrible for like 7 tours?
Well, I was lucky because we had the same manager. We had the same management. So my management for my tango group and for me was also the manager of the Rosenberg trio. And they thought I was a good addition to them because of my experience as a theater musician, right? With the presentation, and making a good program, making sure the lighting was good.
Yeah.
And look what I did, right? I worked with Stochelo on how to present stuff, what to say, we make scripts. And then I also played not so good. So in the beginning, they would cut me out of many of the songs. And to my benefit, because I made a fool out of myself.
That's amazing, dude.
But it did motivate me to work really hard. So after like 3 years...
Well, of course, you're in like the most for real kind of situation, just like eating shit on stage. It's like fucking... Oh, man. How did it feel?
Terrible.
Like every night.
Well, because they could definitely hear it, right? I knew that. they could definitely hear it. And many people in the audience were big fans of the Rosenberg Trio. They could also hear the difference between me and Stochelo. I mean, how could you not?
Of course.
Like, you get a perfect solo, and then you get someone struggling.
Oh my God!
Of course, I need my solo short.
Yeah. Well, that's probably what most bassists feel like every night. So you got a taste of that.
Yeah, maybe. Well, not Gizmo.
Yeah. No.
But,
that dude is serious.
Joel Locher, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 2 days ago we were doing the concert, and man, he's playing the fastest solos of everyone.
Yeah, dude, that guy shreds. Shreds. Well, that's an unbelievable kind of, way to get into it. So you started from scratch on guitar 7 years ago. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like what was your practice like initially?
Well, so don't get me wrong. I practiced for 6 hours a day for 5 years. I played 6 hours a day, and the reason was because of the Rosenberg Academy. Stochelo was involved with the Rosenberg Academy as an artist, but not really on the forums, right? Answering questions. I mean, he doesn't really know what he's doing in technical terms, right? He knows what he's doing in musical, in sound, right? He knows what he wants to play and what it sounds like. But if someone asks him, listen, what are you doing on the E flat 7? Are you playing a sharp 11? He would not know that because he doesn't know what E flat 7 is, right? So there was only one person to answer questions on the forum. That was me.
But you needed
people started asking lots of questions about guitar that I really didn't have an answer to because I didn't even have a guitar. So I worked really hard because I felt like when I'm answering someone, I should at least be able to do it at half tempo, what I'm saying to this person, right?
Right.
And then, I'm a really obsessive person, so I became completely obsessed with the guitar. And started practicing like crazy.
Well, I mean that's another thing. It's like I think people, the people watching this, I keep telling them that a lot of the people who they find to be heroes are not healthy people mentally. Like it's not good to spend 8 hours a day picking, right? It's not good for your relationships. It's not good for a lot of things. It's great, like you have great time, but
you got to get a girlfriend that also plays instruments.
Exactly. But like how?
My girlfriend plays banjo, bluegrass banjo. I mean, Gizmo's girlfriend plays guitar too, right? And you gotta find someone that really loves music too. Maybe not to the same degree that you do, but
yeah, that can understand it. Oh, what happened to Christian? We had a thing going. Let's see where he is. Christian, you got kicked off somehow. Not good. Here he is. Christian, I can't see you anymore. Well, that shit was crazy. Dani, could you believe that? He'll be back. Christian, if you see this, comment. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I'll edit it out later. Let's see. Don't cry, people. Don't cry. He'll be back. It's a temporary pause. What happened? I don't know, but for some reason it's not letting me bring you back now. Let's see. Can you just where is he located? We'll find all that out later, I suppose. Again, we can always finish this on Skype and then re-upload it. Christian, I don't know why it's not letting me bring you on again. Maybe try exiting and coming back. I know, guys, this is lame. I'll write him to comment again. Where is he? Why is America? That's why America is number one? Christian, you're sorely missed over here. Can't seem to find him. What's up, Pavel? It's Zuckerberg. It's an anti-gypsy conspiracy. That's what I believe. Even my dad's watching now. Christian. No, it's not letting me bring you on now. Are you holding the phone straight or horizontally? Be sure it's horizontal. Flip it. Can you edit both together? I'm going to have to figure out how, Dani. I'm going to have to figure out how, because this is great stuff. Christian's killing it. Yeah, we might have to switch to Skype. I'm going to give it another minute, see if Christian comes back. Why didn't it let me do it? There are still kinks to figure out in this thing. Let's see. All right. Not getting an invite. Okay. Well, I'm gonna end this feed, finish this up on Skype with Christian, and then post an edited version, put the parts together. So, yeah, it's not letting me do it. Cool, Christian. We're gonna do this. All right. Your hair looks great. Well, this is very nice shampoo. Okay. See you guys.